Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of our weekly videos with Chinex FX. So for this week, I'm going to be taking you on a very simple and 4-step 1-hour trading strategy that's going to help you make a lot of money from trading the Forex market, guys. So pay close attention and join me as we dive in. Alright guys, welcome back. So before we dive in, first of all, we want to take a look at these 4 steps right here. These are the 4 steps you need to trade this strategy, this 1-hour strategy, very comfortably and profitably. So the first thing we want to do is, to identify the trend. That's the first step. So right here, as you can see, we are using an uptrend for this illustration. So the second thing you want to take note of, for an uptrend, price just keeps breaking above higher highs. It just keeps breaking above higher highs and moving upward. So the second thing we want to look out for, guys, is to mark out 2 key levels which are high and lows on the charts, guys. So for our illustration, remember we're using an uptrend. So for this uptrend, we have this as our high and we have this zone right here as our low, guys. So take note of that. The third thing we want to be looking out for is to wait for a valid, breakout of these marked out levels. So we will be waiting, that's the third thing, waiting for price to break above this resistance or possibly break below this support, or which is the low right here. So another thing you need to be taking note of, guys, for an uptrend, it doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to always be breaking above resistance level. That's why I had to draw this too. So we can also have price moving on an uptrend. So on the 1-hour chart, where you've marked out your high and your low, price comes down to break below this support or the low, guys. Take note of that. So the fourth thing we need to be looking out for to trade this strategy is, after price has finished breaking above a particular level, you want to go back to the 5-minute chart, to look out for a retest of the broken level. So in this case, as you can see on my screen, price broke above the resistance level just like it did right here. So we had to go back to the 5-minute chart. This is just an illustration to look out for a retest of this broken level, guys. You need to look out for a retest of the broken level on the smaller time frame, because that is where the retest will be visible, guys. So guys, that's just all for this illustration. We're going to be looking at a live chart and how we can trade this example on live charts, guys. Alright guys, so welcome back. Right here on my screen, as you can see, is USDJPY on the 1-hour time frame. As you can see, the first step we needed to do, guys, as we dive, is to identify the trend. So right here we can see that price is currently on an uptrend. Why? Because it keeps breaking above higher highs. It keeps breaking above higher highs and continuing its movement to the upside. So the next thing we want to do is to identify recent highs and the recent lows. So I'm going to be marking that out real quick. This is a recent high on the 1-hour chart, and this is a recent low, right guys, on the 1-hour chart. So guys, we just successfully carried out 2 steps. First, we identified the trend, which was an uptrend, and then we successfully marked out a recent high and a recent low right here, guys. So if you could remember, the third step was to wait patiently to see if price breaks below the low or above the high, guys. So let's wait to see how price reacts to that, guys. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna be zooming out right here. As you can see on my screen, we have price breaking above our resistance level. That's our high, our marked as high right here. So price has currently respected our third step by breaking above our resistance level. So right now, guys, we're going to be moving over to the 5-minute chart so we can wait for a valid retest of the broken level, guys. Remember, it's a 4-step trading. The first 3 steps are done on the 1-hour time frame, and then the last step is carried out on the 5-minute time frame, where you want to be waiting for a valid retest of the broken level, so that it gives us a criteria for our entry, guys. So join us as we move. Okay guys, so right here as you can see is the 5-minute chart for the USD JPY. As you can see, this was the zone we marked out, this was the low we marked out, and price has currently the breakout of price is very visible right here on the 5-minute chart. So guys, remember, we on the 5-minute chart, we're going to be waiting for a retest of the broken level. But guys, I need you to take note of something, because we're going to be taking our entry right here. We can see that there is a support level right here on the 5-minute chart, which wasn't visible on the 1-hour chart. So I'm going to be marking that out. So I'm just going to quickly mark that out, guys. So when we are setting our, when we are taking our entry, you don't want to be missing out that, part, guys. So we're going to be taking our entry from this zone right here, because that is our zone, and we expect price to come to that zone before it continues its movement to the upside, since price is on an uptrend. So we're going to be using a risk to reward ratio of 1:3 right here. So 21 is supposed to give us okay, so that's just it. So we expect price to come back at any point in time to retest this broken level, but you don't want to, take note guys, you don't want to miss out this support level, because we could also have cases where price comes back to take out this zone before moving to the upside, guys. So that's why we need to set our SL just below that level, guys. So take note of that. So let's see how price reacts to this zone, guys. Let's see how price reacts to our entry, guys. Okay guys, as you can see right here, our entry is very valid, because remember, we were waiting for a valid retest, and price came back to retest this zone just on the tip, guys, just on the tip. So I'm going to be taking our entry from here with a risk to reward ratio of 1:3. Remember, I said this in the last video, so if you have not seen the last video, please do well to try to view and understand the last video, so you can get an understanding of what we are doing right here. So I said in the last video that every time price breaks above or below a key level, comes back to retest it. So in the case of a resistant level, when price breaks above resistant level, it comes back to retest the resistant level and turns it into a support. In the case of a support level, when price breaks out of it, it comes back to retest it and turns it into a valid resistance. So guys, right here as you can see, price has been back to retest this zone, but let's not forget this support zone right here. Let's not forget this support zone. So let's see how price reacts to our entry. Okay, welcome back guys. So right here we can see that price moved downward to almost to get to this zone, and then it flew back upward. So we have our take profit taking out 1:3 successfully gotten. So you can see how this strategy is simple and very easy to trade. So all you need to do is to identify the trade as if for one thing. The second thing you need to do is to mark out key levels on the trend, which is the high and the low, just like we marked out right here. I'm just going to zoom out the high and the low. The next thing you want to do is to wait for a valid breakout of the zone, which we did on the 1-hour time frame. And then when you get this valid breakout of any of the zones, you want to go back to the 5-minute time frame, which is why we do here. Go back to the 5-minute time frame, and then you want to wait for the valid retest of which price gave us right here and also gave us right here. So even if we were waiting for price right here, we would have still got a retest. So you want to wait for a valid retest of this zone. But remember, we paid attention to other support zones at the 5-minute time. So you want to wait for a valid retest, and then you want to take your entry with a risk to reward ratio that fits your risk management, guys. So that will be all for this video. Please do well to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification so as to get notified on whenever we post our YouTube videos, guys. And also please do well to follow us on all our social media handles, especially our Twitter, where we usually once in a while host Twitter spaces where we invite expert traders in the trading industry to share insights on how they've been successfully profitable over the years, guys. You also want to join our Telegram channel. The link will be displayed on the description of the video below. You don't want to miss out. We offer a lot of premium services, of which I am very sure you would be interested in, and also some free signals during the week. And you could also meet like-minded traders, of which you can interact and share ideas on trading, guys. guys. So do well to be part of us. That will be it for this week's video. It's a wrap. See you guys same time, same channel. GM guys.